Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the referees and players into the court.
女士们、先生们，让我们欢迎裁判员、运动员入场。The players of both teams， 女士们、先生们，为您介绍双方运动员。India， 印度队 ，represented by Number 3 3号 Angsang Number 2 2号 Dozo Sesbolu Number 5 5号 Mark Shai Number 4 4号 Nukvinu Number 7 7号 Sanjita Number 6 6号 Tidalaman Team Manager 领队 Kishalawada Bloody Coach 教练 Keda Jose
Team Vietnam 越南队 represented by Number 5 5号 Wen Sai Do Zai Number 10 10号 Wen Cai Hang Ai Number 16 16号对海仔 Number 14 14号 Wen Cai Hong Kong Number 9 9号 Wen Cai Ha Mai Number 15 15号 Wen Cai Ai Team Manager 领队 Wen Tong Song Coach 教练 Chun Zai Boy Assistant Coach 助理教练 Chun Voi Dai Officials overseeing the game 下面为您介绍本场比赛的裁判 Official referee from China 主裁判长来自中国任峰 Court referee from China 值班裁判来自中国王东 Referee from Thailand 主裁来自泰国 Sarabi Assistant referee from China 副裁来自中国李霞 Line referee from China 第一视线裁判来自中国宋鹤祥 Line referee 2 from China 第二视线裁判来自中国郭辉 Players please shake hands
请双方运动员握手示意。
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to all of you. Good evening to all the viewers, fans of Sepaktakraw. We are here live streaming. We are doing live streaming at the Asian Beach Sepaktakraw Championship 2024, Qingdao, China. For your information, game match today is match now. Essentially, we are at this match between Vietnam and India. Women's Regu event, and now it seems that India is leading with 4 points, 4-0. Vietnam are serving now from the back of the court. Vietnam, the server. Yes. I'm here back with my friend, my colleague, Mr. Solomon Pati, from the sports director from the Philippines, city of Cabuyao, Laguna, and he's back here with me to associate to assist me with the final, this game, India versus Vietnam. So as you can see, the number 15 player from Vietnam committed an offense, and it was a foul. Maybe he touches the line at the back of the court, and it was a foul for number 15. So India managed to collect 1 point, 1 extra point. They are now at 6-1, and coach from Vietnam has already called for a timeout. So they have already asked for a timeout, a very early timeout for Vietnam. So that now is only 6-1, and yet Vietnam has already asked for a timeout. What say you, Mr. Solomon? Right, we are back at the field now. India is serving for 6 points, 6-1. Good service from India. Number 16 could not control the ball, and that's a score. Yet another score for India. India managed to collect 1 more point, so the score now is 7-1. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here having live streaming from the Asian Beach Sepaktakraw Championship 2024, Qingdao, China. And it seems that Vietnam is already far back, and India having 8 points, 8-1. They are going for the quick drink break. The best of break now, 30 seconds break. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so the point now is 8-1. Now we are back at the game. India to serve from the back of the court. India to 1. The serve from India was not a good serve. It went out straight out, and Vietnam managed to get their second point. So Vietnam now 2, India 8.
Thank you, Roy-san. Sorry, I've been out for a while, so I'm back to assist you, my good friend. So our score now is 8-2 in favor of India against Vietnam. It's a good strike. It's a good strike by Vietnam. So now they have this amazing climate in the court in Qingdao, right? In
Yeah.
Qingdao, you know.
Yeah.
It looks like a sunny day, but it's cold there. Quite cold. Now the score is 8-3 in favor of India.
Yeah. Number 15 is
Number-
going to serve for Vietnam. Number 15 is going to serve for Vietnam. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, that was a bad serve. He went out straight. So India has collected one more point. So India with 10 points now. 10-3. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, in the court, number 10, a player from Vietnam. She's wearing a sunglass. The sunglass to cover her eyes. Oh, so this is what we call Sepaktakraw. For Sepaktakraw, women and men, they are allowed to wear spectacles. They are allowed to wear sunglasses to cover their eyes from the sun and from the sunlight. So another service from Vietnam, number 15, a header from one of the players, and it went out, I think. Yes, another score for Thailand. Oh no, from India, for another score for India. India has reached 11 to 11-4 for Vietnam. Another service from India, not a good service. It struck the net and no points for India. So Vietnam has reached 5 points. 5 points for India and 11 points for 5 points for Vietnam and 11 points for India. No, the number 16 couldn't control the ball very well, couldn't control the ball, and so definitely India has got another point. So India with 12 points compared to Vietnam 5 points. Another service struck the net and was considered as a fault. So once again, Vietnam scored reached another point, gets another point without even having to sweat for it. So 6-12. Wow, that's a very good strike from India. Very good strike from India. So they headed the ball straight to the number 16 player. And India now has reached 13-6. Serve from India again. Good service to number 15. Number 10 player from Vietnam strike the ball very well in the air, and she managed to give Vietnam another point. So Vietnam with 7 points, 7-13.
You see, Royson, the number 15 of Vietnam is more consistent doing the underhand serve. Boon Tu Lin. So she managed to get the point by service, doing that skills rather than above the head service. So now the score is 13-7. Still India take the lead by 6 points in favor of India.
See, the point is still in favor of India. India has reached 13 points, Vietnam with 8 points only. Not a good service from India. So meaning to say Vietnam has collected one more point. One more extra point for them. They are now at 9. And India is waiting for them, maybe at number 13, score 13. So hopefully India would progress better later after the game. And it seems that that's a good service from Vietnam. Number 15 must have served the ball. Then Doi Hai Tin, number 15 from Vietnam. Oh, number 15 is Vuong Tui Lin. So India has asked for a timeout. India has asked for 1 minute timeout, and they are there with the coach at the back of the court, or the other side of the court, and we think the players are all listening to the advice of the coach and the manager.
You know, Russian, this is still a crucial match. You know, the score is 13-10, not that too far, still close. And you see the service of Vietnam, number 15, getting more consistent because using the underhand serve, below the waist serve, meaning. So let's see what will happen. So the service now will go to India by number number 3.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a fly ball serve, not a good serve. So another point for Vietnam. I told you, it's a very crucial set. Now the score is 13-11.
11 for Vietnam.
Closing to 2-point lead by Vietnam, or India rather. See the service of number 15 of Vietnam. Below the waist service is more consistent than above the head service or above the shoulder. They were able to catch the ball and feed to number 10. Another point for Vietnam with a good strike by number 10. So score now 13-12. India leading by 1 point only. Now another set by number 16 to number 10. So I think it's in or out. Let's see.
Let's see. What's the score? Was it in or out?
Wow, that's in. So the score now is a tie, 13-all.
13-all.
That's a good set match.
India must have waited for Vietnam to come. So now the score is 13-all. 13-all now. The substitution made by India. So one player is already out and another player is already in. So now Vietnam is serving at 13-all. Out of the game, so meaning to say India has reached 14. India 14 and Vietnam 13.
Unfortunately, that's the most important service that number 15 should do, but it's out.
Out.
So let's see if the strike is in or out.
Out.
I think it's out because they're not celebrating.
Yeah. For 15 for India. 15 for India and 13 for Vietnam.
Oh, the first set just ended. So India win over Vietnam. The score 15-13. So the referee now will announce the score when the players are at the baseline, and players will be given a 2 minutes break time. Over.
Right, as you can see,
Ladies and
players are
gentlemen,
already
the scores are
at the
first
first
set
set
is
over. The
15-13.
first set is already over.
Team
And
India
now the
is
score is
temporarily ahead.
India has they managed to
女士们先生们，
secure
第一局比分是
a win
15-13
over
印度
Vietnam.
队暂时领
India
先。
wins 15-13. So obviously India just now they have already reached 13 earlier and couldn't finish the game. And what happened was Vietnam catch up with them until they reached 13-all. Right, 13-all. Finally, India, without any persuasion, they managed to get 14, the final, the game point. And Vietnam made a mistake. The striker made a mistake. They strike the ball out of play, and that gives another point to India. Finally, India won by 15-13. Now the coaches, the manager of Vietnam looked so worried, I think, because confidently they were so confident of winning the game. But finally India won the game. So India with 15-13 having an advantage over Vietnam. So now,
but you see the score, the Vietnam how to catch up the score. They from 5 straight points. From 13-8, they were able to manage a 13 point. Now the second set just started,
India
and first blood point goes to India. So number 15 of Vietnam will now do the service.
Number 15 to serve for Vietnam. Number 15, Wong Tui Lim.
Still doing the same service style, underhand serve, below the waist serve, more consistent. But India is trying to attack by surprise attack using the head, and the ball's out upon striking by number 16 of Vietnam. So India collected another point. Score now is 2-0.
India playing quite confidently, and I can see the Indian player headed the ball in when the Vietnamese were controlling near the net, and finally India managed to hit the ball, and India secured another point. So India is leading now with 3-0.
You know, Rohaisan, the Vietnam must break the momentum of India here, because from winning the first set and now they're leading by 3 points. They have to break the momentum, otherwise it will be very hard for them to catch up.
Yeah.
So what's the score now? The score now is
1-3. So 1 for Vietnam and 3 for India. India
Yeah.
to serve. Not a good serve. It was a fault serve. So meaning to say another point for Vietnam. So Vietnam with 2 points, 2 against 3. Good serve. Oh, the two of them, the Indians, were fighting for the ball. Number 1 and number 3 were fighting for the ball, for the same ball. So they did not manage to score. And now the point is 3-all. If I'm not mistaken, now India to serve with 3-all. Yes, controlled by Vietnam. Back to India. Another serve from wow, good for India, because Vietnam did not manage to control the ball, and point for India. So Vietnam are now at 3, India at 4. Serve from Vietnam. Let's see what's the outcome of this serve. Will it be a successful serve? Yes. Yeah. A spike. No, it was not a good spike from the Vietnam player, meaning to say that India now 5 and Vietnam 3. Good service from India, managed to control. Both teams has good control of the game. Right, another spike from Vietnam. So again, out of play. So India now, if I'm not mistaken, with 6 points. 6-3.
But you know, India must not celebrate too early, because you see the score on the first set. When the score is 13-8, and Vietnam was able to manage to get 5 straight points. So meaning if the score or the rally from India or the momentum breaks by Vietnam, it's easy for the Vietnam to get score. So still, it's we don't know yet who is gonna win this second set, but let's see. And the score is now 6-3 in favor of India.
Now, I'm not so sure. I most probably the coach and manager of Vietnam have asked for time out, because they're right now left behind. So 6 for India and 3 for Vietnam. So now let us see whether Vietnam can serve better than the previous one. Right, serve again. Right, back to Vietnam. Headed by one of the Indian players. He went out. So it's 6-4. A service now from the Indian side. Good service. Right, to the other side. Vietnam overdo it. They couldn't control the ball. Again, the spike comes from a Vietnamese player, and he did not succeed. So meaning to say, another point, another precious point for India. For India 7, Vietnam 4.
As you notice, Roysan, now they're very careful in serving the ball. Both of them using the underhand serve. and just the objective of that is just to let their opponent do the error so that they will get a score, right? You see?
Yes, yes.
Now, look the serve of India now. She'll do an underhand serve, same with Vietnam, you see? So it's more consistent. So if the Vietnam got an error, so it's score for India. It's a good rally now. Wow, it's a go point for India. The score now is 8-5 in favor of India.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, we are live streaming from Asian Beach Sepaktakraw Championship 2024, Qingdao, China. And for your information, today's match is the women's Regu event, match between Vietnam against India. And India sort of won the first set 15-13. India won the first set, first 15-13, and they are leading now with 8-5. So 8 to India and 5 to Vietnam. So now Vietnam to serve. Let's see whether it's a good serve or not.
Wow, it's a good strike, cartwheel strike by number 10 of Vietnam. I've noticed the team manager of Vietnam is Lee Tan Son, Royson. Lee Tan Son is also an ASTAF accredited referee. So I worked with him during 2006 Asian Games in Doha, Qatar. So most likely he knows the rules of the game, being a team manager of Vietnam. So now it's a substitution made by India team. Number 14 out and number 6
Number 8 or number 6?
in. The score now is 8-7 still in favor of India.
Yeah, number 6 in.
So it's not a good service by Vietnam. So the score now is 9-7.
India to serve now. Right. Number 8 is serving for India. Number 8 is serving for India. Number 8 or number 6? Number 6. Number 6 all for India. It was not a good serve. So the score now is Vietnam 7, India 8. Good serve from Vietnam. So meaning to say they have reached the meat of the game. So now India with 9 points and Vietnam with 7 points. Again serve from India, who couldn't control the game. So the game now the point is at 9 all. 9 for India and 9 for Vietnam. Let's see whether the game here will end at a winning streak for India, or Vietnam closes the chances of India and wins the second set. Let's see. Let's see how they control. India couldn't control the ball, and the score now is at 10-9. 11-9. Vietnam has reached the point 11, and India is still at 9. There's a break now as from India. India sort of asked for a time out.
Yes, it's a 1 minute timeout called by India team. So this match is really crucial. No? It's a crucial match. Leading by 2 points, it's not that easy for you to win a match. So now both teams again doing the underhand serve. It's more about 90% consistent. So the objective of this underhand serve or below the waist serve is for the opponent to miss or to do some error for you to get a point. So now number 9 of India is serving the ball. You see the attack of Vietnam. Just one hit, trying to send back ball by using the head match. but they were not able to manage the score. So the score now is 9-11, still in favor of Vietnam. There is some sort of delay in the digital scoreboard, right?
Yeah. Delay.
I believe it's 10-11 now.
Delete score.
You see, they made the two rallies, but still the same score.
Yeah,
Now it's
11.
11 for Vietnam, 10 for India. And then number 10 strikes the ball, but it's out. Score for Vietnam.
Right, I can see that now Vietnam is serving a good serve from Vietnam to a player India, and you can see that there was not a good control by India, so meaning to say Vietnam has got yet another point. Now Vietnam is at 13, India is still at 11. Let's see how the service goes. It was not a good service, so Vietnam has reached 14. It's a game point for Vietnam, 14-11.
Why, son? I smell a tie-break set here, because they score now 14-11 in favor of Vietnam. Though India won the first set, if Vietnam wins the second set, there will be a tie-break set.
Point for India.
Now point for India. Score now is 12-14, still in favor of Vietnam. Just 1 point for Vietnam to proceed on the tie-break set on the third set.
Yeah. All right.
Serve, good serve by number 9. And
No, out.
and that's it.
14 all. Is it? 14 all? Hey, why?
13-14.
It should be 13 all.
When the score reaches 14-14, setting up to 17 points. So
Line up to serve.
that's the objective of India, to reach 14 all. Oh, 14 all.
No?
The score now is a tie, 14 all, setting up to 17 points. Whoever reaches 17 points wins the set.
Right.
If India reach the 17 points, they win the match.
That's
If
right.
Vietnam reach 17 points, so tie-break set will follow.
That's right. That's right. Rules of the game. And now 14 all. So setting to 17. Whoever reaches 17 wins the game. So if India wins the game 17, so reaches 17 first, they win the game. Right. Let's see what happened now. Let's see. Now Vietnam was a score.
Ladies
Vietnam.
and gentlemen,
Did they manage
the
to
scores
score?
of
Yes.
second
Vietnam
set
managed to
is
score a
15-14.
point. So
Team
Vietnam is at
Vietnam is
15.
temporarily
India
ahead.
is still at
女士们、
14.
先生们，第二局
Serve from Vietnam. Service from Vietnam. Good service from Vietnam. Right. That was a good spike from one of the players from India. Right. Now we can see number 4 has already spiked the ball, and the score now is at 14 all. 15 all. Another header from India. What's the score? What happened? There was a mistake, was it?
I presume it's touching the net or overreaching for India. Yeah.
Was there a touch on the net?
Anyone touches the net is a
One
fault,
of the players from
or
India,
overreaching is a fault.
one of the players from India sort of asked the referee for what reason or reason for.
Yes, I think it's very. I believe it's very clear from the referee's side because they're in the center of the court. So definitely there's a fault made by India. So the score now 16-15.
Go, done, no.
Oh,
My goodness.
second set.
Ladies and gentlemen,
When
the scores of
goes to
second
Vietnam,
set
score
is 17-15.
17-15. So
Team
another
Vietnam
change
is
side.
temporarily. 女士们、先生们， 第二局比分是17-15。
So the players now moving
Vietnam
to the
队暂时
baseline,
领先。
both of them. And then upon announcing the scores by the referee, they'll be given another 2 minutes break.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are streaming live from Asian Beach Sepaktakraw Championship 2024, Shandong, Qingdao, China. And the match seems to be equally strong from India team and Vietnam team. They are equally strong because first set won by India 15-13, second set won by Vietnam 17-15. Now we are going into the third set. So let's wait and see what's the final outcome of this match between India and Vietnam.
At the moment, me and Raishan will go for a short break for a while, then we'll get back to you.
Okay, we are taking a break now as it is. Now Thailand, oh no, not Thailand, I mean India. India is going to do the serve. India is going to do the serve. Vietnam, no, not India, but Vietnam number 15. Vietnam number 15 is going to do the serve. Wong Thuy Linh is going to serve, and it was a good serve. So 1 for Vietnam and 0 for India. India to serve. Good service also for India. Right, strike by Vietnam, could not manage to strike well. The ball did not enter the other side of the court, and the score now is again 1 all. We are at 1 all. Vietnam is preparing to serve. Yes, that was a good serve from Vietnam. India able to, oh my goodness me, India was able to secure another point. So 1 more point to India, India 2, and Vietnam 1. It was a very simple ball.
Yeah. So that rally is very easy. Probably it's a in-between ball. See? Now they're using the strike ball in service. You see the service of India? They don't use now the underhand serve because of tie-break set. They need a power serve now. Let's see if Vietnam will do the same thing. Oh, Vietnam still doing the same thing, underhand serve. But I believe it's out. If that is out, the score now will be 3-2 in favor of India. Another strike service point by India. Score now, I believe, is a 4-2 in favor of India. Now, Royshan, there's some sort of delay in the digital scoreboard.
Yeah, there's a bit of a delay from the scoreboard. You just go through with whatever is happening there. In the
So now it's out.
try to make do with what you see on the court, right? So based on what we see, India is leading now, 5-2.
Yeah, we are right. India is leading by 3 points. The score is 5-2 over Vietnam.
India got another goal, another point just now, 6-2.
Now it's 6-2.
Yeah, 6-2 now in favor of India.
So it's a timeout called by Vietnam. The 1 minute timeout. They need to strategize now because this is a very important set. This is a tie break set, you know.
Yes.
if you lose the track, leading your opponent by 5 points, very hard.
Yeah.
Very hard to catch up because lots of pressures and strategies that you need to do. Now, Vietnam serve number 9. It's a good serve, but the rally is ongoing, set by number 16 to number 10. It's good strike by Vietnam. So the score now is 6-3. So Vietnam managed to get another point. Basic serve, and then another set by number 16.
You don't enter the center side of the court.
But the ball doesn't pass through to the opponent court, so it's scored by India. Score goes to India. The score now is 7-3. Number 9, service from Vietnam.
The spiker seems to spike the ball inconsistently. It was not consistent at all. Sometimes the ball will enter the other side of the court. Sometimes it got stuck. It struck the net and did not enter the other court. It's a fault committed by number 10. It seems that we were not really concentrating on the game. Now India is leading. India is leading with 7 points, 7-3. Now number 10 has done a very good job striking the ball up from the air, up the air, and now Vietnam is having 4 points compared to India 7 points. Another serve from Vietnam, a good serve. Now controlling Vietnam, number 16, a spike. Was it out? I can see that the ball went out. I do not know.
It's out.
It went out. It went out. So if that's the case, it is an 8.84. They should have stopped and then wait for the players to come, right?
So since this is a tie-break set, when the score reaches 8, they have to change sides, then go for water break. You know, if I'll be the coach of any of that team, you know, with that particular rally or game, I probably instruct or strategize my team to control more of heading smash rather than striking, because heading smash is more not that effective but more consistent. You know, less error and more placing game rather than power strike.
Mr. Solomon, to me, if you need to use your head to hit the ball, then you must be very sure that you place the ball in a very good place where the opponent will not be able to pick up the ball, because heading the pace is slow. The balls go to the other side of the opponent side in a slow motion way, and it could be the players from the other side of the opponent might be able to control the ball. Compared to a strike with your leg, it'll be odd, but you must be confident of your strike. That's the problem. If you are not confident with the strike, the ball will go up in the air or straight out. So now India is leading with the 10 points, 10 compared to Vietnam 5.
Your observation is correct, Roy-san. Striking is more powerful but less consistency. When you do the heading smash, it's more consistent, not that powerful, but you know, you can easily get point by putting the ball in between space or into the vacant space. You know, there are two types. One is objective of the strike is to body shot to hit the opponent or placing the ball farther than the opponent. So you see, the rally is so easy. The score now is 11-6 in favor of India against Vietnam. So India to serve. Number 9 of India serve the ball. Underhand serve, consistent. And then attack, immediate attack by Vietnam by heading. So setting to number 10. But again, the India was able to block the ball. Defense attack going to Vietnam. So India managed to get another score.
Okay, we have reached the 12 points. India with 12 points, 12 compared to Vietnam 6. Vietnam, right? Vietnam is trying to control the game. Yes, they managed to hit the ball in number 10. So now the score is 7 for Vietnam. 7 compared to India 12. So India will have to do this a good service from the back now. That was a good service. I can see that went in. Now controlled by very good control by Vietnam, and India couldn't control that ball. So Vietnam extra point, one more point for them, and they have reached 8. India is still at 12. Let's see what's the outcome of this game. Vietnam serving now. Good serve to one of the players from India, and Vietnam couldn't. They did not manage to control the ball.
But you know, India must not celebrate too early. Remember the first set. The first set, the score is 13-8 in favor of India, but Vietnam managed to get straight 5 points. So even the score now is 13-8. We are not sure whether India will get the match. See, it's an easy strike by Vietnam to get a point from the baseline. So score now 13-9 in favor of India.
Serve from Vietnam was successful, and India could not manage to handle the ball, to control the ball well. So the score now is 13 to India, 10 to Vietnam. Now there you are. India has asked for a timeout. The coach has entered the court there at the back, and the manager is talking to the players now. How come you are delaying the game? They are supposed to win the game. We have already reached 13, and Vietnam, they are at 9 or 8 before that, and then you have waited for them up. They are already at. Ladies and gentlemen, we have lost count of what is, and now we are back on streaming. Yes, we are back on streaming.